You got hurt in a car accident in Illinois, but you didn't go to the emergency room right away. You might wonder whether or not that hurts your case. Here's how to work, and here's how that works, and here's how to think about that. My name is Zach Anderson, co-owner at 217 Law, and one of the things we do at 217 Law is to help people across Central Illinois who get hurt in auto accidents. It's very common, in my experience, for people involved in auto accidents not to feel the full effects of their injury immediately. Adrenaline can mask pain, and symptoms, certainly symptoms like soft tissue injuries such as neck pain or back pain or even headaches may not appear until hours or days later. In fact, I've had clients who get into an accident, think they're fine, but sore. And then a week later, they actually go to the doctor and realize they have a fracture or, something torn. So you never really know right away what the full extent of your injuries are. When handling car accident claims, insurance companies for at-fault parties often look closely at gaps in treatment. And so what this means is that if you make a claim following an auto accident, but you wait a long time to see a doctor, then the other side's insurance company is undoubtedly going to argue that your injuries were either not serious or they were caused by something else. So best practice, if you start experiencing pain after a crash, even if you think you're fine, go get a medical evaluation anyway. Go to the ER, go to urgent care. The sooner you address any symptoms, the easier it is to document that your symptoms are related to the accident. And then if those symptoms get worse or turn into something more serious than what you initially thought, that helps you. It helps prevent the insurance company for the at-fault party from diminishing your recovery. When you meet with medical providers, be honest about your symptoms and how the crash occurred. Accurate medical records are really critical in an injury claim. And, there are times I run into situations where people tell me um, or I guess I was able to later realize that, people may not have been completely honest with their medical providers in part because they want to seem tough, right? And I get that. I want to be tough too. But, when you go to the doctor, it's important to be honest about your true symptoms so that those get accurately recorded in your medical records and it doesn't give the insurance company for the at-fault party room to later argue that your injuries are nowhere near as serious as you're now claiming that they were. So long story short, every situation is different. Not going to the ER does not immediately bar recovery under Illinois law, but best practice is to go to the ER um, after an accident in Illinois. So if you have been injured in a car accident anywhere in Central Illinois and you have any questions about how time of treatment may affect your case or insurance coverage or anything like that, please feel free to reach out.